Hey, what's going on? Welcome. It's Tuesday, 12 o'clock, almost Eastern. So you know what time it is. It's closing conversations where we talk to seller leads and we get these contracts situated and set up over the phone right here live on YouTube every Tuesday and Thursday. I'm joined with my man Kurt. What's going on, Kurt?
What's going on, big man? Pleasure to be here, man.
Yeah, look, so how this is set up is the Charge Up University. They are sending in leads. It's one of the biggest wholesale communities in the nation. We're using an app called offerbolt.io, which uses AI technology to text leads, do your outreach, set up appointments, set up follow-ups, engage with these leads, and then they are actually sending them in or having a setter call first and then sending these in, and we're calling these live, getting contracts right here on YouTube for you to watch and see how these conversations go, so you can go out and do it in your market. I'm super excited for another day. We do this every Tuesday and Thursday. So if you haven't been here before, welcome. Shout out to you fam that's here. I want to see you guys in the comments. Let us know that you're here. Kurt, I'm gonna kick it to you for the first call for the day. Let's get to it,
All
man.
right, that's right. That's right. All right.
Look like we got a few in Birmingham.
Yeah, I'm calling Miss Hazel right now.
We still got this $1 million Pittsburgh lead.
You have reached the voicemail of Diane.
Everybody getting triple down today. You just gonna have to say you upset on.
Look, and if it goes straight to voicemail without ringing, let me know. We can switch up the phone number.
I was calling off my line. Should I? If
See,
I ain't never called off a offer bone on here. Is it going? Can you hear it still?
through your computer,
Yeah, through my computer. You think you gonna be able to hear it?
maybe.
Here, I'm gonna
Maybe
try.
if you're on a laptop, it may work. I
I'm
think it
gonna
worked
try
for
one
Gray.
time. I'm gonna try one
Okay.
time. I'm gonna try one time.
On your phone though, you could always do it through the app.
The app on my phone.
Yeah, I hear it.
You hear it?
Hmm.
Yeah, everybody getting triple down today.
There we go.
Yeah, we gonna clear it up. It's okay. It's sunny outside. Let's let the sun kiss your skin. It'll be okay.
Sunny and hot, man, down here in Atlanta.
It's scorching.
So yeah, I already know it gotta be crazy up there too.
Try her one more time. Steve, get your auntie on the phone. Last name Hazel. All right, she didn't answer. So I'm gonna go ahead and type these notes in real quick. Miss Hazel. Yeah, she didn't answer. I dialed her 3 times. So
Let me see what's going on with Sam Johnson. Is this the right place for the closing conversations call? Welcome, Ken. Welcome, Ken. This is definitely the right place every Tuesday and Thursday.
Hello?
Hey, Mr. Sam, how's it going?
No, you reached his son. Yeah, you want me to give you his number?
Um, yeah, but maybe you can help me out. I'm looking
All right.
to reach out about the Magnolia Street property. He had talked with somebody on my team about maybe an offer for it. Um,
Yeah.
I know it was a listing before. Um, I think it didn't that listing didn't go through. We're interested in purchasing. Love this area, Columbia. Um, is this something that you could help me with as far as considering an offer, or do you have some sway in the decision making on this property?
I wouldn't really say so. I know he's selling it. But other than that, yeah, really, not too up to date on what he has going on with it. But like I said, I can give you his number and y'all can talk it through.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. Go on and connect me with him. Is it, by the way, just while I have you, is there any properties that you're also, maybe considering selling at some point, here now or in the future?
No, not at the moment. But definitely keep you in mind. Appreciate it.
Okay, yeah, let's get this done with your dad first, and then definitely stay in touch.
All righty.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
Thank you.
cool.
I appreciate it. You too. All right, bye. Yo, I want to make sure I highlight that, like, when y'all get, people that pick up the phone that's not the right person, I always like to pivot. Well, maybe you can help me out, right? And then go from there and see what information you can get, or maybe they do have some, say or sway in what goes on with the property. So maybe you can help me out. Is your best friend when you get on the phone with somebody who's not the right person and not who you're trying to call.
And vice versa to that, if I can add, Brandon, from just an experience standpoint, sometimes you're gonna get on the phone with not the decision maker, but it's their daughter, son, and they'll tell you he ain't selling that house.
That part too.
You should never call here ever again. My father would never sell that house. Who are you to call me? Blah, 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 blah. But that's not the owner, though.
All right.
Not the owner. That's not the decision maker. You need to talk to the person that's on the title. I just contracted a property just like that. The daughter was so upset, but when I got in contact with her dad, we put on the contract for 50. We sold it to our buyer for 59. Made a quick 9,000. It's on the contract assignment. We're going to close in 2 weeks. And when she tells his daughter that they sold their property, she probably gonna be a little upset. But that's not her decision or her place. It's
exactly. Okay.
Double-edged sword. Double-edged.
You just dealt with that in a deal that you're doing right now. So perfect example, man.
Just dealt with that. All right, I'm gonna go next call. We're going out there to PA.
Right. Wait, is that the check it first? Check that one first.
Oh no, I mean it say, yeah. I mean, what I'm looking is, am I looking for anything outside of? Let me see. Boom, man.
That Israel.
Nah. Oh yeah. Richler. Yeah. I don't need to call that one.
I think we sent it back.
Okay.
Shannon called twice.
Okay, appreciate it. Well, it's a Curtis in here, so we got the same name. I'll call him.
Does not have my name, but I mean, look, hey, let's just try it. Let's
hey,
because it's it looks like there's some motivation in it.
550. I don't even. My mind can't even compute that out of my markets.
Well, the estimate you pull that thing up, it's $1 million. It's pulling up $1 million.
I can't even compute that.
What?
So, are we going? Is that? I need to know their strategy going in.
But he said that it's been gutted down to the studs. I guess it was in a flood 4 years ago. So I'm wondering if it's in the floodplain. But there may be something there. Like, yo,
all right, let's call
him. Yeah, let's get it below that.
Yeah.
No, let me take that one. Actually.
Okay, cool.
I lived out there too.
All right, I'm gonna call Curtis.
Yeah.
I'll call Curtis. It's all good.
One thing that's helpful though, I want to say this while you guys are if you're into you and you're sending something, try to get a feel for how much these people want, how much these sellers want, right? You can ask it a few different ways. Just try to get a ballpark, right? Because that helps us know, what we're going into. Like, what's the ballpark? I ain't gonna hold you to it. There's a few different ways that you can ask, and then when in doubt, you can throw out some comps and say, hey, well, look, I see something that's sold here, in this area around X price. Is that around where you want to be? You know, and see how they react to it. But it's really, really helpful in the notes that we know how much the seller is expecting, how much they want, and see if it's even, are they even reasonable?
All right, let's see. I think Curtis went straight to voicemail.
I'm gonna keep dialing.
Yeah, I'm gonna try from my cell real quick.
Yeah, if it ring like that and it goes straight in, switch to your cell.
Por favor, deje su mensaje para. Lo siento.
He texts back. Call me back later, please. Hey.
Hi, you've reached 708-46.
Nah, he going straight to voicemail all 3 times. I'm gonna send him a text and see what's going on. Well, I hit the button and that button gonna send him a text. So I don't want to mess the system up.
Okay. Let me jump. So he texts back, what's a better time to call back?
Now.
Speaking again later. Text a call back. Okay. I think that there's usually people that want to be called back during this time, which is always great, you know, when you can like set up a time to speak to somebody versus just, you know, random dialing. It's helpful for us, definitely with my team. We got these pre-booked appointments.
You gonna take the next one?
Supposed to sign. Needs another call. I'm gonna call back this the one dude. I'm gonna see if I can specifically call the son this time. If it lets me. Johnson.
I'm gonna go ahead and tee another one up real quick.
Okay. +1. All right, let me see if I can call her. I'm getting confused. Unless somebody switched the numbers in the system, it looks like this is the same number I called before.
Hello.
Hey, Mr. Sam.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, it's good. It's good. This is Brandon. Giving you a shout out. Hey, I'm well. I appreciate it. I was calling about this property on Magnolia Street. I spoke to your son recently. I think I had the wrong number. I was reaching out to him, but Alex from our team, I think, spoke to you. And
well, it's still available. I did drop the price to $95,000.
Okay.
Yeah, I sure did. Didn't want to drop the price, but I had so many people had a hard time coming up with what I needed, and they couldn't get the finance, or they couldn't get a sublease or sub buyer. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
But either way.
Well, tell me about that. Did you actually go under contract previously?
No, I'm not under contract with anybody.
No, I know, not right now, but I'm saying in the past, like maybe one that didn't work out. Did you actually go under contract and they had to cancel or?
No, I'm good, and I don't have a contract with anyone.
Okay. Got it. So 95. This was listed before, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. It was listed with a real estate agent, and now it's listed with Marketplace.
Okay. Is Marketplace like a service in your
Marketplace is what's that? Facebook online.
Got it. Facebook Marketplace. Okay.
Yeah, Facebook Marketplace. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. I'm digging into it a little bit more now. And I'm trying to see some comps to see if it's something that we can make work at that price. You said a new roof and new sidewalks were added within the last few years.
Yeah.
And you did some cabinets. So these pictures online, is this
Those are current pictures.
okay, got it. What's up? Does the house need anything? It seems like, almost
Well, I mean,
perfectly done.
It's a 1945 deal. House was 1945. No major renovation been done other than a new roof in the last 3 to 4 years. And but yeah, it does need work, and it needs to be updated. Bathrooms need to be updated. Work at it next week. Just pay $95,000 for a house and be completed.
Right. Still needs some updates. What would you say are the biggest things? I know aside from some of those updates, is there any systems or anything?
I would think you want to bring the plumbing up to date, the electrical up to date, and the bathroom. Well, when I say plumbing, I'm talking about bathroom. Bathroom, because it only has one bathroom in it. And then you'll have some problem with wood underneath the house, because it's going to have some wood that needs to be replaced underneath the house. In the bathroom.
That seems like a lot. That's a heavy rehab there. We talking. Got it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't need to tell you it doesn't need it. It needs it. It's going to need some work.
This is a 2-1. Wood under less than 1,000 square feet.
Oh yeah, you can't do a lot to it. It's less than 800 square feet. You can't do so much to it. It's not a lot to do something to it. Next to the hospital and the college, that's just a appeal it has, and for whatever your intentions are.
Yeah. That price though, you have to work on that price for it to make sense. At this size, with what it needs.
How much you talking about working on that price? Now you talking to the right person.
I'm combing through some of the other sales. Everybody give me a sense of it. Here's a good one.
Don't skip me, because I'll have to hang up.
Well, look, don't do that. I'm gonna just call back and ask if we got disconnected.
Yeah, work your numbers and we'll talk.
No. I don't mean that right now. I'm wanting to say, I'm looking at this to see if I could get a little close. See, I honestly think it needs to be closer to 50 somewhere. Closer to, don't know, if that I'm not saying that that's the exact number, but you're in that kind of ballpark, plus or minus, a lot closer to 50 than 95. But here's the thing: what we do in our business is, because we do so much volume, and we're able to do these deals really quickly using our own private lending or our own funds. Specifically, if there's a deal that makes sense for that, we can close really quickly. We can close on your timeline, and then we'll take care of all the closing costs. No commissions, no anything. So you're literally walking with what we've agreed to, minus any taxes or utility bills prorated up until the date of closing. So you're literally able to walk away.
I got your number. If you can come up with a reasonable number that will work for me, and I'll be happy. But of course, I'm not worried about what you just said. I mean, closing costs is less than $1,000. So I don't know how you slice the pie on that. So you're only talking about $1,000 or $800 or less. So if you can come up with a number that makes sense to me, we can do a deal. Just give me a call back.
Let me know. I mean, am I even in the right?
No, you're not even close. I'm not going nowhere close to 50. I'm assuming. I've already dropped from 135,000 down to 95,000, and the houses in that neighborhood sells from about 130 after they've been renovated to 180, And I tell you, the truth is, what's the name of that company? I can't think of the name of the company right now. They give everybody a bad deal. They just shit on everybody and give you a bad Zillow. If you're looking at Zillow references, I mean, you really can't even use that because they're trying to buy houses too, and they really lowball all the houses.
Well, yeah, I'm looking at the sales history though. I'm looking at sales price, sales history, and I'm basing my
I want to
numbers.
sell the house, but I cannot do less. I mean,
then what?
I got close to 95. Closer you can get to 95. I mean, it has to be so close to 95 it looked like 95.
I like that. Well, 9 upside down is a 6.
If it can't be cool, you give me your best offer. But when you start saying 50, you just told me to hang up. That's all.
Well, no, I mean, I'm saying it needs to be closer to 50. I mean, I could see maybe closer to 60.
I got 75,000 cash offers all day long, but I won't take that.
Got it. You got 75.
I mean, you don't want nobody to treat you like you're stupid, man. And $75, I mean, 75,000 is like $75. I mean, I owe 20-some thousand on the house. Or 60,000 on it. Then all of a sudden I'm gonna sell it for less than 50. That don't even make sense.
No, for sure. And look, that 50 number was just a reference point.
Yeah, I mean,
that's not my offer. I'm gonna see what I can do if I how close I can get. But you're saying that you got cash offers at 75 and you're not looking to.
I'm not taking 75,000 at all. I'll keep it first. I'll make an office space out of it. but give me a reasonable offer. I want to sell it, but I'm getting ready to start another business real soon. And if I get this other business started, then I may just end up keeping it because I'm going to need an office, but it'll be out of my way. But it'd be cheaper to keep that building than it would be to buy another building. But I mean, I got a place for it. If I can't sell it, I can make a place for it. But,
so if I got it up to like 80.
The last offer I had, I'll be honest with you, I had an $85,000 offer out of Atlanta, and the guy he reneged on the money at the last minute, and it was going to be an 85 cash offer, and I told him if you do it in 2 weeks, that we had a deal. I gave him 3 weeks, and then next I didn't hear from him no more, and so I got a guy talking right now at 95,000, but so far he said, well, the best I can get is 90. So every week or two he comes down a little bit, like I got to take the money, I hear what they be saying.
Wait, but so even that one, you weren't willing to move forward with that when he came down to 90 or whatever. You weren't willing to move forward
when he came back, I like for people to do what they say. If you tell me you're gonna do something, and then you could try to weasel me down on the back end or can't come up with the money. That's the same thing.
That's the worst.
You're a dishonest person.
Yeah, that's the worst. That's why I try to get them right the first time, and that's usually why I'm not. But see, that's also why I'm not always the highest offer, right? Because I know what I need to purchase to make it make sense.
But it's 100,000 people out there that's looking for that piece of property. Just haven't found the right one yet. That's the way I see it. Yeah, that's the way I see it. I mean, I've been in real estate for 30 years and 70 years old, and the last thing I need to do is give a house away. So
I hear that.
You're gonna make money on the house. I don't care if you get it for 90 or 95, because you ain't gonna. I mean, there's no way for you not to make your money back. It depends on what you put in the house. I mean, what level you take it to.
Do you have another? Do you have any other properties, or is this the only one?
No, I don't have anything else. I'm just looking for a fair number. If you got a fair number, you got that house. But it's got to be above 85 though. And
that's gonna be tight.
I tell you what, I'll make it easy for you. You do 86 and you got a deal.
Okay.
I'll make it easy for you. You do 86, you got a deal. Okay. But you got to do it today.
You can't give me a time limit like that. I got to do a little bit of digging to make sure.
You just getting ready to do me. I mean,
well, look, all right. So here's one thing that I do want to do. I do want to reach out to my agent that is, that's working that area. I want to get some feedback from him, Andrew, and his wife to see if they think that, you know, once we purchase this, clean it out, like what we can get in rent, what would make sense, or if we can flip it, you know, fix and flip.
If you get
So
900 to 1,000 a month on that house, easy. And if, like I said, depending on your rehab on it, you can go above 1,000. But it depends on you.
That's the challenge though. If you're at, you know, if you need to be at like 86, and then we can get 90 to 100, like we still got to put money into the property before we can even turn that key, right? And that's the challenge. But let me see how close I can get. Let me see how close I can get, and then I'll be reaching back out.
All right,
I'll follow up with you.
Appreciate you.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Later. Bye.
Yeah. I mean, of course. Let me. I wanted to. Oh man, I had an important question for you.
Uh-huh.
I was going to ask you about a repair if it was worth it, and I can't for the life.
So
what it was.
With this process, what I want you to kind of focus on is not having to do repairs and dump money into a property that's going to lose value while we're in this process, and you just keep that money in your pocket. And the best benefit with working with a company like ourselves is that if a buyer comes along while it's on the market and they're saying that they need something repaired, I'm not going to come back to you and say, hey man, I need you to take money out your pocket to get this done for us to sell it. What I will do is say, hey man, this is one of the things that through their inspection report that they're asking us to be able to fix, to be able to get this value of a property. And we're going to go in without any charge to you to fix what they need fixed just to get it sold for you.
Okay.
But like I said, this is a process that takes at least 3 to 6 months, man. So it's not like a 30-day process that this happens. But what I will say is that we make sure that we work efficient, smart, and we make sure that we take the first offer that kind of aligns up to what you need, so we can make sure that you're good to go and you're off to your next destination.
Did you see the pictures on Zillow?
Yeah, I took a look at those.
That is basically
how it looks
like right now.
Yeah. Okay.
When it's empty, obviously.
Well,
That's
man,
basically what it looks like right now.
Okay. Well, how about this, man? What's going on?
What I was going to ask you was, my wife wants to put, because the front is very plain, and you can see that in the picture. She was like just wanting to put like hostas and stuff in front of the house right there, and where they're supposed to be plants and stuff like that. I mean, cheap stuff. That's gonna help, right? I mean, and I say help as in people don't see it and be like, "Ew, this is plain as could be."
Like I said, man, I'll never tell another man what to do to make his wife happy.
No, I'm asking for opinion though.
Well, so in my opinion, I'm not a plant guy, so I know what people look at when it comes down. They want to know if the roof is new so it can protect their family. They want to know if the HVAC is working and is new so it can keep their family cold in the summertime and hot in the wintertime. You got a wife that wants to make sure that the kitchen is aesthetically looks great enough for her to be able to cook Thanksgiving dinner.
I'm sure you've seen the pictures.
Yep. And then a man wants to know that his family is taken care of by the environment that they put them in, just like you. So with that being said, me just taking a look at where the house is aesthetically, I wouldn't necessarily just add some stuff to it. But what I would do is make sure that I'm not dumping money into a losing asset, but I'm looking to gain from it as much as I can while I got it, and I'm just focused on the next destination. So, man, how about this? Do you have an email address where I can send over this agreement for you to look at 255?
Yeah, I do. I'm gonna have you send it to my wife's email.
Okay.
So that way we both get it.
All right, what's that email? Hold on one second. What's that email address?
So 4 offers got turned in the same day as ours.
Okay.
And ours was the first one she looked at.
Mhm.
She had above the window switches and stuff little pieces of paper with scripture on it.
Sweet.
And so we had been turned down on 2 or 3 houses, so we wrote a letter with it saying what we wanted to do with the house, which is have use it for ministry and young adult and things like that. And bro, she just cried her eyes out and never looked at the other ones, and the other ones were more than ours.
Really?
Yeah. So we were very blessed with the house.
Man, you know what? And that's
I don't want
that's
to
what's
leave
up.
it, but
No, I mean, but hey, sometimes, man, what I come to figure out is that the stuff that we don't want to leave, always God gives us an opportunity for a door to walk into where He really needs us at. So, and sometimes the stuff that we don't want to leave is hindering us from getting to that next step that He wants us to be at. So, man,
exactly.
I know it may be tough for you and your family to be able to take this next step, but who are you to stop what's for you? And you see what I'm saying? Are you tracking with me?
To block off them lists.
Don't block off them blessings, man. So, and I'm just saying that from a more of a friend perspective than me trying to do a transaction, because I've come to understand that in my life through real estate, through anything that I even had to do, man. It's just every step that I had to take, that even if it was the big step for me to take, I needed to take it to be able to get to where I was going. So,
Right.
so let me make sure I got this email right, man. So it's Faith. To move forward.
Yeah, I mean, I got to talk to the wife and stuff.
100%.
Yeah, let's send that paper. Let me go home and speak with the wife, see what she's got to say, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. I got a calendar invite open on my calendar for tomorrow, or what's today? Tomorrow or Thursday?
Today is Tuesday.
What time should
Thursday would give me more time to talk to her and let her sleep on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you. So let me do this. What time Thursday can I follow back up with you?
Can I text you that at 3:00 when I get off?
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Because I'll get in the car with her, and I know she has to travel to her clients. I want to make sure she'll be there when I get home.
That works. Yeah, that
All
works.
right.
All right. And you
Thanks,
go, man. You go home this evening and you say, "Hey, honey, I got a guy that wants to help us out with this process, and I think we got it for a good number." What you think she'll say?
I think that at that price, I think that is the low end of what she would be willing to let it go for.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think that that's going to take a lot of stress off our back,
Yeah.
So I think she'll be pumped about it.
Okay.
But like I said, man, we're gonna find out at 3:00.
I got you. So is it the price, or is it the stress that you guys want to get off your back that's more important?
So we have a lot more stuff to worry about. If we could get that off our plate, that would be awesome. Because we have to move I have to move my in-laws, and I have to move my great in-laws and us. So I got a lot of stuff to worry about, and so the stress, but also, I'm leaving I haven't vested into my retirement and stuff, so I need to make every penny I can get out of this, because I'm leaving my retirement and everything.
I got you, man. If I was able to put some moving services for your in-laws and yourself to make sure both of you all get to your next destination free, and that's not something that you all will have to kind of worry about while we're in this process, do you think that'll be something also to kind of help you out?
Oh, dude. that would definitely help me sell it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, how about this, man? Let her know that along with our offer, and like I said, we're in the ballpark with each other at the moment. So just let her know with our offer, we will also put in writing to where we will move your in-laws as long as they're like inside like the city limits, Arkansas.
No. We're moving to Michigan, bro.
Okay. Well, hey man, we can work it out. We can give some type of moving stipend for your in-laws and then also you. And then that way, as long as we hit our numbers, we'll be good to go.
Thank you so much, man.
All right, man. I'll wait to follow up with you this evening at 3 o'clock to put a time on Thursday. And then let's see what we can do to kind of get that stress off your back, man, and get y'all out there to Michigan.
Sounds good.
All right, brother. Take care.
You too.
Bye. 15 contracts this month. 15 contracts this month. Stamping that.
Is that do you have time for that?
Huh?
You said you want to talk about the range. I told you yesterday, and you asked me if I had time for what now?
Oh, sorry. So I was calling back to give you, a more defined offer price, right?
Sure, I'm listening. I can listen. I'm at work, but yes, I can listen.
Got it. All right. So look, hey, I'm gonna try to go quick then, or be quick with you. I know it looks like he was mentioning that we probably want it to be around in between like 150, 170. It looks like you were looking for something a lot closer to 200.
Correct.
Got it. Just to confirm, is there a tenant in there, or is this your primary home?
No. Correct.
Okay, got it. Got it. So I'm looking. Give me 2 seconds to check one more thing in my system. I want to be able to get you an offer over, so I don't hold you up too much while you're at work. By the way, while I have you, is this a pretty good day for you at work?
Just kind of overloaded and swamped.
I know that feeling.
So it's just kind of chaotic.
Yeah. And be like that. I am gonna try to get something to you, and then knowing that since you're at work now, would like after you get off be a better
I thought
time?
that's what you were calling about. So tell me,
Well, no, I'm gonna try to get you.
What information do you need from me so that you can wrap it up? Because you told me yesterday you were
No.
going to call, you were going to speak to whoever you speak to
I have
see if they can do
everything.
something better.
I have everything, and so I can get you a feel for the number right now. But I know, like, we'd probably want to go through the whole specifics of kind of what our process looks like, next steps, how we pull, title, our due diligence period. Like that's kind of a longer conversation.
That wouldn't be necessary unless we agreed upon a price, right? So we don't waste time. I'm good on knowing about that. We can talk about semantics once an agreement is.
Got it. Makes sense. Yeah, and I hate to bother you at work so much, but I have almost what I need here. Let me see. I want to check one more thing. Roof replace. HVAC water heater. Are those original? Were they replaced at any point?
Hot water heater is about maybe 6 or 7 years old, energy efficient, and that's it.
Got it. Got it. And did you guys do any other updates since then?
None other than what I talked to Angel about yesterday.
Okay. Yeah, I think he was pretty close to where we needed to be. I know you said you want to be around 200. Everything I'm seeing says we need to be right around where he mentioned, in that same ballpark. I could see maybe getting ourselves to like 175. Especially if we walk it and check it out and everything's solid. It just needs some updates. Maybe I could wiggle a little bit from there, but I think that is a solid number based on everything that I'm seeing here.
Let me tell you why that number's not going to work. Hold on a second. Let me just tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
So what are we, 25 apart?
Mm-hmm. Sheesh. Really great neighborhood from what I can see. You don't have me. I know you had me on mute. Maybe were you saying something else?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
No, I'm not saying anything.
What were you gonna tell me? Why doesn't it work?
I'm gonna pull some comps. I'll tell you why.
Okay. All right. You're still working on it. All right.
Last
Cool.
time comps were ran, it was at 257. No, that's what it is now without me keying in any information. So 257 is what the comps show. So
For fully renovated?
Yeah, for how it is right now, 257.
Wait, where are you pulling that from? If you don't mind me asking, because I mean, not that Zillow is gospel, right? But if you were to go to Zillow, right, it says 187 for sure. I know, but that's what I'm saying. You can't necessarily pull a comp for your property specifically right now without selling it. That sales price is what creates the comp.
Why do you think that? You pull comparables according to what's sold in the area.
Oh, for sure.
That's what creates your comp.
For sure.
That's where you get that number from the comparable 3-6,
right,
12 months back.
And that shows what it would be worth fully renovated.
That's what it's worth right now.
No, but
that's in its current condition compared to homes that have sold. The comparable. You comp it by the year, the size, and the features on the inside. I'm a realtor, okay? So I know what I'm talking about. And yeah, it's 257. That's its value right now. I'm not gonna
argue with you, but I'm looking at what's selling nearby. The average.
It creates a comp for the neighbor. No, you pull comps now according to what has sold.
Right, and those that have sold are selling renovated. So your property isn't that same value because yours would need to be renovated to match that comparable.
When you say according to what standard, it has been renovated somewhat, just not fully. It's been painted. There's an additional room in the basement. There are upgrades. There flooring. If Angela Keith is in your system, you should have it. So a fair number is the 200,000. So I can let my husband know that you came back at 175, and if he wants to have further conversation, then yeah, he can. But that's what the numbers show me.
Got it. Okay. Cool. I appreciate the time. I'm really trying to see. I was really looking for what you're looking at, but
What do you want me to give you the addresses of what I'm pulling in my system? No, You just give me your best offer, and if you going by Zillow, you know it's wrong.
No, look, I'm not looking at Zillow, but I'm looking at what sold, and I do see like a 230 that sold nearby, renovated, right?
Okay,
And
so
so,
then you
what did it sell
can see
for
how that's
before it
one
was
of my numbers
renovated?
I'm looking at, right?
Right,
Okay.
but what did it sell
So
for before it was
230 and
renovated?
175 are miles apart.
What did it sell for before it was renovated?
What did what sell for?
The property that you're seeing that's
The street
renovated.
sold for 270, but anyway, you said your name's Brandon, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Brandon, I have got to do some work, and like I said, I am going to pass the message along to my husband and letting him know what you said.
Got it. I appreciate it.
Sure, thank you.
All right, have a good one.
You too.
All right, bye.
Wow.
You can't tell no realtor nothing.
Especially not no realtor that ain't full time and got another job.
She don't know what the hell she talking about, bro. That's prime example of like why you have to, have good relationships with realtors, right? But some of them just don't know. That's how you can still be of value, and you can still get good deals because they really just don't be knowing. Like, she's trying to compare. She said she ran some comps and she said, "Yep, that's what that's how much it's worth right now." Like, your home ain't that. Your home ain't. It hasn't been sold recently. Like, your home is as is. Like, and I try to walk her down slowly just to see if she would consider some reason, but yeah, after a while, it was very clear that there was no reason or rationale that could actually, she wasn't hearing nothing, so it's not even worth a follow up. It's not even worth a follow up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like, Birmingham too. Like,
come
you already know, like, you sitting here telling me as is this thing is worth 230.
Not a chance.
Where? Houseway.
Yeah, so on my call, I had a seller while we was on the line. I had an internal one give me a call. That one we got an offer accepted at 255. It's gonna be an ovation. It was a few houses over there in that square footage sold for like 330, 340. So I'll put it up as an ovation at like 310, 315. And then we'll just start rocking out.
There you go.
All right. Jamal Kears. But shout out to all the people. I appreciate y'all. Hopefully y'all got something after that call, because I wanted to on that call, I wanted to make sure that I buttoned up every rebuttal before he got off that phone. Possible. So yeah, but your lady, she's pretty crazy. All right, next call.
Yeah, look, shout out to you. I know y'all here rocking with us. We see it in the chat. Definitely hope y'all getting a lot from this. Any questions while y'all hear us, having these conversations, feel free to ask them. We'll stop for a minute between calls and respond and answer them. But yeah,
we
man.
got any questions in here? We got any questions? Anybody got any questions?
I haven't seen nothing specifically. But yeah, like any questions with anything that we talk about, anything we got going on, definitely ask them. Y'all got to hear, like, how some of these realtors really be thinking they know the whole game and everything, and they're just clueless. Don't understand what wholesaling is. We don't understand the investment side of real estate. Don't understand what as is value truly is, or how to find it. Like, that's the edge that we have oftentimes with these realtors in these situations. Like, it was really laughable. I ain't laughing in her face, but it was laughable how she was approaching that situation.
How long do you go back and forth before you just move on? Let me tell you, I don't go back and forth with nobody. Like,
yeah,
I'll stay the point. But if we just don't see eye to eye, I start pulling back. And then if they go and push me out the door, I say, I wish you the best. and then I follow up, and then if it's half the time they still be there. And yeah, so that's just my perspective. But
Yeah, it'll sit. Yeah. And
Yeah.
I know certain days I could have a shorter fuse than that. On this, I definitely wanted to hear what her logic was. I was trying to understand reason. But in a typical situation, if you're in this business and you're trying to drive through and get to the next one and do your acquisitions and conserve time, look, don't even to Kurt's point, don't even argue with them. Like, you state your point, you know that y'all are in different ballpark atmospheres, whatever.
Stratospheres.
Yeah, it's like way out of there. Yeah, go on in and wrap it up, give it, tell her you follow up and keep it moving immediately.
Immediately. All right, let's go back to Alabama. Y'all listen. In United States of America, 50 states. 50.
They love that BHAM, bro. They love that BHAM.
50. Think about that, y'all. We got 50 states. Please choose them.
Funny.
Chris gave you 10 of them. Choose something else. Choose something else, bro. Choose something else. Like,
there's three more leads in that is it Thursday?
Yeah, I'm on Jamal right now. Call him back again.
I think there's Mosa, Salvador, Amaya. Okay, and then let me see what Lex got for me.
Yo, what's going on, Jamal? How you doing?
Can't hear.
Hey, can you hear me? This is Curtis. Yes, sir. What's up? Is this Mr. Kears? Jamal? Man, this is Curtis. You spoke to somebody in my office about this property on 2nd Avenue. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I wanted to give you a shout, man, to see if this is something that you already sold or were you still considering to sell? Gotcha. And you paid $166K for it?
We can't hear you. We can't hear the seller.
Yeah. And okay. Now I got
I can't hear the seller. I can hear you. I just can't hear the seller.
Okay. What? Hey, Jamal, you know what? I ain't mean to cut your wisdom. I ain't mean to cut your wisdom, man. But like you said, man, you already explained to me, and you already said that you explained to her maybe it was just some miscommunication on her side that you're not interested in selling the property. So, man, as a man to man, I understand one thing: time is valuable. So I won't waste your time. All right. I'm gonna kick out of here and see if I can go buy another deal. But you know what? I wouldn't even be at the price that I wouldn't even be at the price that you're remotely trying to sell that house for. So I'm not just gonna waste your time, okay? Man, I wish you the best. All right, let me know, bro. Let me know. You take care of yourself. All right. All right. And that's another reason. My bad. I thought y'all can see. That's why I wanted. I took it on the computer, so I don't know what happened. But that cut your wisdom line is golden. Yeah, it is golden, man. Because and he said he explained to the lady that sent the lead in. I don't know who that was, but if somebody is saying like a good question, real quick, hey, are you wanting to move forward and selling this property? And if they're trying to give you a little, clear that up, because he clearly told her that he wasn't interested in selling this house. He said that he really shouldn't even bought the house. He bought it too high, and he bought it for his wife. And I was like, hey man, I ain't even gonna waste your time. And that's another what we were just talking about, right? Like we were just having this conversation. Here it is. I'm at a phone call with somebody I can't do business with. I'm not standing on the phone with them. Like, I don't mean to cut your wisdom. As a man, time is valuable. I gotta go buy another house. I wish you the best. Have a good day. Simple.
That's perfect. I know I had other. Remember I told you that list ready for Tuesday, Thursday. There's 3 in there on that smart list.
All right, cool.
Which
We
one's
are
which one?
we knocked everything out from the today.
I think so.
Bet. All right, I'm rocking there next. And you said there's 3 of them in there. Cool. I'll take Miss Martinez. She at the bottom.
Yeah, I'm taking that first one.
All right, cool.
Dallas,
Texas.
Yeah. See if we get through to him. Uh-oh. Straight to unsuccessful. That's not going through. Let me try them direct.
Thank you for calling. Leave a name and number, and I will call you back. Thank you.
See if I get them next time. This is in Texas.
Thank you for Thank you for calling. Leave a name and number, and I will call you back. Thank you.
You want me to catch this one real quick?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Sorry, we also got
Yeah, Marie, don't waste your time. Like I said, I came in the office on the first and put 15 slots up there for 15 contracts this month. I don't got time to waste with nobody. And I need 15 to close. So that means I need more than 15 contracts to have 15 closed.
Your call has been forwarded to voice.
At least 20.
At least 20. I just had to sell it today. We thought we was gonna get that contract running. We got it. We sent it to close. It's supposed to close. Well, it's gonna close on the 3rd. But man, did a inspection, did all that. All that was cool. Title company came back. We put it on the contract less than what the mortgage was. Just so happened it's going to foreclosure. And she like, I want to save my credit before I mess up my future. So I'll bring the money to closing to do the difference.
Right.
But that don't always happen.
Right. How much was the difference on that one?
She got to bring like 8,000 to closing.
That's rough, but it's not ridiculous. That's a lot. It's a lot.
I'm in Arkansas.
Yeah, but still, that is a lot. So yeah, that's a lot that's definitely a lot for Arkansas. It's a good bit, but I've heard people having like 30, 50. Bro, so let that thing go.
Like I say.
I've had people bring up to like 10, 12K to closing a few times. And above that, it's like not even.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Bro, let me tell you something. I was shocked. The title company was shocked. Everybody was shocked. We just knew this was going.
With the brand.
We just knew this was going. As soon as they said, Curtis, they got to bring 8,000 to close. I said, well, shit. I mean, real estate. What can I do? I ain't bringing it. And she called me back. I said, had that conversation and see if she tell you the same thing she told me.
You had to double check. Make sure you wasn't imagining. Are you calling it Amosa?
Dallas, Texas. I don't know what this one is. Martinez.
Hello?
Mr. Martinez. Hello? Oh, in my mind, I want to call back one more time. I'm finna do it.
He picked up.
Dude, they picked up. You should have never picked up.
I know, right? Now I know that shit work.
Yeah, you should have never picked up. If you upset, you just gonna have to be upset. We're gonna fix it.
Hello?
Hey, I was calling to speak to Marciela Martinez.
Nah.
So this person, nobody at this phone number on 1619 Caldwell Street.
Nah.
Okay, man, it was a mix up. I appreciate it. You got any other properties you consider selling? Know anybody? Cool. So that was just the wrong number. All this together.
Are you sure it was the wrong number?
Hey, I tried every trick I could.
It almost sounded like the son or the.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it was like his parents' property or something like that.
I think I'm gonna just say something. Lex, I'm gonna let you take care of that one, Lex. I don't know. I'm gonna put it in there for a need second voice, but I got that it was the wrong number.
Nah, that's all right. Look, Shannon ain't playing. They said call him back, make sure he ain't bang on you.
Had to, bro. I had to. Okay, Tina. Yeah, Tina. You heard it. You heard it here first. So I don't know. Matter of fact, since you was on here, I'm just gonna return this back to you, and then get that straight, and we can go from there.
Let me see. This is in Atlanta.
Please leave your message for 404.
It's hard to do deals on this side of town. Not really. Let me take that back. It's definitely not hard to do deals, but it's what was difficult in certain areas where there's a lot of activity. Sellers be thinking they finna get 500,000, 350, and it'd be hard to get an actual deal at a price that works in this area. This is one of those areas.
You calling that Mosa?
Yeah. I had to call him for my personal. But this is like East Point, so great, area if you could get it, but most people want something ridiculous.
Hello?
Hey there, Mr. Salem.
Yes.
Hey, this is Brandon. I was giving you a call back about Sims Street. Is it Sims or would you say Simmies?
Yeah, Simmies, yeah.
Simmies, all right. I thought so.
No problem.
Yeah, it's been a while. I've been over there. I did a deal over there a few years ago. So I'm familiar with the area and looking for another. It'll be a great opportunity. I think that you had spoken with my team here recently, Miss Deborah, maybe even.
Yes, it was Deborah. I think I spoke to her.
Okay, got it. So I understand that you had purchased this for your daughter. At a point, she bought something else. Now it's in a place where maybe you started renovating and then stopped. 2 beds, 2 baths. It still needs to be finished. The renovation still needs to be finished, but you've recently replaced the roof.
Yeah, I actually I worked on external, and it has a new roof, no architectural roof, and no hardy blank siding. And the house was fully painted, brand new paint, and I do have brand new windows. So I'm finished with the external remodeling, but it still requires internal
Got it.
remodeling. Yes.
Would you say like everything internal?
I would say most things. Yes. It really needs to be updating.
Got it.
So
Are you?
I did start work on it, but I did not really continue. So,
Are you close to the area?
Sir?
Like, is this a convenient project for you? Like, do you live out nearby?
actually, it isn't. That is my problem. Is I'm far away, about an hour and a half, and that's one of the issues that I'm having. It's just it's not easy access to me.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have finished it.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you've probably gotten 1,000,001 calls about this, and probably even some.
I've been having
offers.
lots of calls, but I've been traveling, things like that. I've not really paid much attention to this issue because I really think it's time to go ahead and get rid of it because, as I said, it'd be very difficult for me to finish.
Yeah. So have any of those offers like even piqued your interest? Anything that have you kind of gotten to a price that you feel comfortable that you would work with and move forward with?
I think I had some offers that was kind of was low a bit. I had something like 168 once, and I was hoping to get better than that. But I don't know how the market is. To be honest, I have not studied lately the market to see what's going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of inventory piling up.
Probably,
it's definitely
probably.
a buyer's market. There's I don't want to say paint a doom and gloom situation. Like it's not like going, it's not plummeting or anything like that, but it's moving sideways. And people aren't.
I'm really not in a rush. I'm not in a desperate situation. I could keep it and just finish it when I get a chance. It's really not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
My estimate was about maybe another 30K to 40K tops on the inside, and I get all done. So
right, but you
and I
still
get a
probably
really nice house because the location is fantastic over there.
Yeah, but you still wouldn't be selling it at the top of the market, like
Sir, what's that?
I said you probably still wouldn't be selling it like at the top, like the tip top of the market.
No. I think if I fix it, I would probably not sell it.
Well, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying is that now, like, properties are sitting, right? Because nobody, like, there's so much inventory. You have to
Correct.
have the nicest flip on the street for it to actually sell when you're done. And unless you're prepared to do that, which it does cost more, to do the higher end, the super nice, all the amenities, the things that sellers or buyers would be like surprised. They don't even know they want this stuff. Like, that's the type of work that you have to do to actually sell a deal in this market that we're currently in. And so I don't know if you're prepared to necessarily do that. 30K wouldn't cut it on the interior of like a full interior of a property that you wanted to sell quickly. Like that might be the appliances.
I'm really not in a rush.
I mean,
I was wondering if there's a chance that I can get some decent offer, I might consider it. If not, I'll just skip for now.
Well, look, I would like to be that outlet for you. What we will do, what I promise that I can do, is give you an offer that I can stand by. I'm not going to try to haggle you after the fact. We'll move forward, get it closed quickly. I have a lot of experience between me and my partner. We've been doing deals for decades, right? I'm local to the area. I can make this happen for you. But I would say you need to be at a realistic price point, which I think that offer that you mentioned isn't far off of where it needs to be.
Yeah. Well, if you're interested, give it consideration and tell me what you think. And I'll try to work with you if it's feasible.
Well, yeah, I mean, and look, the biggest thing here is 2 beds, 1 bath, 930 square feet. So that we're already, it's an uphill.
You need to know that I've actually did an extension on the kit for the kitchen. So I have another 200 square foot.
Lovely.
That actually was added.
Are you able to have an extra bathroom in there now?
Yes, I'm planning to have an extra bathroom. Obviously, there's space.
And the work was permitted?
Sir?
The work was permitted, like the license contractors that did it?
No, I have not done that yet. For adding a bathroom.
No, I mean, like the addition that has been done, like what was that done through a licensed contractor that pulled permits to do it?
No, I did not, because it was actually it was a patio.
Okay.
And I closed it in, so it did not really require.
Okay. Well, yeah, maybe we can do that on the back end.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, I mean, I like I said, I think our offers would be in that mid 100K range. I don't know if that even
in the what?
In the mid 100s. You mentioned a number around 160. I'd probably be very close to that. At this size for this area, needs renovation, interior. I just want to know, like, does it even make sense to get an offer to
as
you?
I told you, I've already received an offer of 168. So if you come close to it, and if you include, of course, closing costs and all the other stuff, and if you're interested in closing quickly, I probably can think about it. I have to discuss it with my wife. Of course, she have half ownership of it as well. So, but she and we already have discussed it, and we're actually open to sell.
Got it.
So, think about it. If you're interested, we can talk further.
Okay. Last thing, real quick, that offer you got at 168, is that somebody that you're still engaging with now? Like, is that like an active offer that's out there?
Actually, it has not. I've not really responded, but that's basically what I've received, and so I'm not sure.
Okay, just curious.
I would have to follow it up.
Do you have any pictures?
But anyhow, regardless of what I already have, let's deal with you as
no, for sure. I was just curious, like, what timing was looking like. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I was just curious. Okay. If you could, if you're gonna be out there, like, either let me know when, or send over some photos. That would help us really dial in, so we can kind of get you the most that we can.
Yeah. Actually, I might be there tomorrow. I was planning to go and cut the grass.
Okay. Do you think that you can text me over some photos at that time?
Yeah. Well, what kind of photos you want?
The interior. I mean, you can take a picture of the front from the outside, but once you go in, just kind of show me kind of the living area, kitchen, and bathroom.
Okay.
Just give me a sense of kind of what's going on there. You could text this number, and then I'll be able to dial that in for you real good and get an offer to you, and hopefully we get this thing to the closing table.
Okay, man. Brandon, send me a text message.
Okay.
So I can respond to it. Okay.
All right. Perfect.
Thank you, Brandon. Have a nice day.
All right. You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I still think that number's high.
Yeah. You know better than I do. But I feel like that was the first, like,
close.
Yeah, that we had. That's why I was just like, oh, he got that one.
Hey, man.
I was like, he got that one, man.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
somebody.
It's small. It's small. I don't feel great about it. He want me to beat out this 168K offer, and I think that that's a little high. But I'm gonna dig in a little bit and see.
I got one more call I want to make. On here, it's Christina. Let me see something real quick.
Cool. I heard it ringing. I can't hear. I don't hear anything now. Try to put it back on speaker or something, or like look at the microphone speaker settings and see.
She didn't answer.
Yeah, I heard that dial tone.
Yeah, she didn't answer. Hold on one second.
Okay, let me text us.
I'm gonna do it off my phone.
Your call has been forwarded to an.
Oh, she calling back. Dang, I hope y'all can. Hey, Miss Locke. Curtis. This is Curtis. I was. Oh, hey, I didn't know if you ever got a chance to speak over to your kids. I wanted to kind of give you some space since the last time we talked, as much as I could. And I just wanted to make sure. Well, I mean, we have an office in Florida that. Okay, what's the address? Whoa. Okay. You said 28 La Porte, Laporte. Um. Oh, so is Del Norte? Is that like the city? Okay. Is it in San Francisco? Where is it located? Okay, so Norte. Let me try this. For Piers. 324-32347. Three. Okay, maybe La Porte is like 2 words. Is it 2 words? Okay, maybe that's why I'm not pulling it up. So it's 28 La Porte Porte, right? Pu. Okay, Purte. Okay, and you said it's in La Noria Fort Pierce. Okay, woo! I found it. Oh my gosh, I was like, what in the world? Okay, I got you. It's 28. Okay, I got you. La Porte del Norte. This is like all one, like 4 different words. Got you. Okay. All right. So yeah, I'm looking at it right now. We're on it. Okay. What's going on with this one? Okay. 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 Does it still have like those wood panels on the walls, or have you guys done any renovation since that point? Like wood panels, it looks like okay. Okay. I got you. So, what type of timeline are you guys looking to kind of work on with this one? Okay. 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 Did you guys kind of come up with some type of price point that you would like to kind of stay in if possible? Say that from one. No, I'm here. I'm sorry. The appliances or the property with the appliances for 10,000. Um, well, let me do this. Because I was taking a look and I saw a house on the market here that can kind of support that number. So what I want to do is I want to put you on a brief hold, and it won't take long. I want to give a call out there to our Florida office real fast and kind of let them know that I got something that we've kind of purchased in that area before, and it may look like it can make sense, but I want to make sure we can move at a timeline and at a pace that's good for you. Okay. So, yes, ma'am. So give me a brief second, okay? But if I can get that approved at the 10,000, is there anything that can stop us from moving forward? Okay, hold on 1 second for me, okay? Yes, ma'am. I'm literally just gonna give them a call and let them know that I'm looking to make a decision on this property. And, ma'am, no, I want you to just hold on for a second. Yep, yep. I just want, like I said, I want to give them a call and let them know that I want to make a decision on this property, and just let them know to be looking out for it. So hold on 1 second. 1 second. All right, did y'all hear that? You hear that, bro? Y'all can't hear the seller? Are you serious? This was a great. Are you for real? I finally got one and y'all can't even hear it. This is weak. This is weak. This is weak. All right, so we got a house out there in La Porte del Norte, and that's in Fort Pierce, Florida. She is I mean, you got houses out there selling for like 150. I mean, it's some selling for lower comps, but it's some selling for higher comps. I'm really kind of confused, but I think it may work at the 10,000 for sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and just see if we can kind of lock this one in, and we'll worry about everything on the back end. Like I said, I'm confused. I got a house right here across the street that sold for 150, and then I got a house on the market that's selling for 55. I don't really know. But I think for the sake of today, it's worth it. And then we can let everybody in Florida kind of make the decision from there. I don't know. What you think, Brandon? I can't hear you on mute.
Damn, was I muted that whole time?
Yeah, he was muted the whole time. So I don't know. Like I said, it's a house across the street.
You didn't hear me laughing at you or nothing.
It sold for 150, bro. But it's another house right next door is on the market for 55,000. I don't know.
That's the toughest part about BHAM is like, stuff will sell.
This
also so
Florida.
cheap.
This is in Florida.
Oh, okay.
Oof. I'm just gonna go with it.
Trust your gut, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go with it.
Trust your gut. I'm kind of going back and forth with the seller right now.
All right. Hey, Ms. Locke. Hey, so I spoke to him. I got good news and some slightly good news. Okay. So the first part of my good news is that we want to extend the offer at the 10,000 over to you, and we can work on your timeline to be able to get it done. Okay, and that will be with no closing costs and commissions, pretty much towards your side of it. And my second part of the good news is that you'll be working with myself and my team to get it done. We will need some form of access to that property at one point, just to kind of get some, send the inspector in there and make sure the structural side of it is done. But we can. Gotcha. Well, and we can work on his schedule. We can work on your schedule because you sound stressed, so I don't want to create any more stress for you. I want to make sure I want to make sure we bring some like type of relief to you here. And if it means by us picking up this house out there in Florida and then potentially making a deal with you out here in Virginia later down the line, then that's something I think I'm interested in. Okay, what's your email address? And then I'll get this offer sent over to you, and we'll go from there. Hold on one second. All right. Okay. So I'll go ahead and have Alexis send over to you an agreement for 10,000 on this property out there in Florida, and I'll be looking to get this taken care of for you. No, I'm glad we can make it happen. Okay. So like I said, give Alexis about 30 minutes to an hour. She'll send you a text when it's over. Once you get it signed up, a very easy doc, and then we'll go from there. All right. Bye-bye. You have a good day.
Good stuff.
You know what? I'm just disappointed that y'all couldn't hear it. You know, that's just so weak, bro.
What,
That's so weak.
what made it such a good call? What was the best part about it? Like, what was it that?
It's just the pivot. You know, you gotta be able to pivot. I had to hold it down for my dog J Dub out there in Rich Town. That was his lead. We really calling about the Virginia house. Like that Virginia house is the one we really want. She got a house and a lot, very nice little neighborhood, very nice comps.
Nice.
So that's what I was literally coming in to follow up on, is to kind of give her some space. But it looks like we caught it at the right time, right place, with an opportunity out there in Florida. Took a little bit of time to get the whole address, you know, but we managed to kind of work through it, and then to what I can see, maybe a solid deal. Like I said, I'm really kind of confused on that street right there. You got a house sold, 1,500 square foot house sold for 150, but you also got another house on the market. I mean, it's on the market for 55K. I don't really know, but what I do know is that we do have an opportunity to be able to help somebody out, and that is the lowest point I've gotten a contract for a house before. So I'm pretty sure it's some type of spread there. We just don't know what type of spread is going to be there until we actually walk the house and then move forward from that standpoint.
Yeah.
Structure, I think, went well. Got an offer out there, got it accepted. So I'm really feeling pretty good about it.
Yeah, man, that's dope. Cause like when in doubt, like, you know, send an offer, let the market decide. Like, let the market dictate what it's gonna be like. You know, maybe you can't get a reduction. I really don't like going in expecting a reduction, or hey, I'm like, that's just not the right way to do business. But when it comes up, you can present it fairly. If you have to get to that point, but you don't score any buckets if you don't shoot no shots. Right. So.
And that's why, and like, dude, I'm seeing some houses on here. Like, it's one house right here down the street, like literally like on the block. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, same square footage, same style of a house. This one has wallpaper like hers, dude. Has an old roof like hers, dude. Window units like hers, dude. Straight out of 19. I think I just looked at, what's that president that, like, it's the old president, like
Jimmy Carter?
No, not that one.
Bush?
Bush. I'm looking at Bush on the TV. Like, Bush is on the TV. So that's
wait, what?
I'm not.
Wait, it's in the Zillow picture or something?
In the Zillow picture of the house that's sold 2 doors down from hers. And somebody paid $37,500 for this house. So, I mean, hey, if some comes really support a really nice solid spread in it, but it's one comp out there that may be looking like, I don't really know. So like I said, we're gonna put it out there. Why is Bush on the screen? Why did they? That's an old photo. But anyway, so pretty happy with it.
Yeah, it's a real old photo.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Bush Senior or Bush Junior?
Junior, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think it's Junior.
Yeah.
Goofy one.
Yeah. Hey, whatever.
Yes, just making sure it wasn't 1980s, 90s. That wouldn't be possible though, I don't think. You talking about the one that Kanye talked
to? Yeah, I believe so, man.
All right, I got one more. I think this might help us wrap for the day.
Okay.
We'll see. I think shout out to Shannon. He had just teed it up for me and let me know that it was in here. So if I can maybe knock this one down, we can end on a high note. That'd be perfect. Chandler. My wife wanted to she considered the name Chandler.
I'm unable to take your call. Believe your name, your number.
I thought it was two, not us. Because we got a bunch of CHs. Not a bunch of CHs. We got a few CH kid names. Chase, Chance, Chandler wasn't in the cards for me. It sounded too much like Friends. Like an episode of Friends. Couldn't do it. But when I see that name, Hey, Mr. Chandler, how's it going? It's Brandon.
What's up, brother?
Hey, all good, all good. Appreciate the time you picking up. Yeah, I think you had just spoken with my partner Shannon. He told me that he had just spoken with you. We like to be really quick. Maybe try to get an offer to you that makes sense. I'm going to put this to bed. You got a few more minutes to speak with me about this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I have my partner on the line as well, John as well.
Okay. Hey, how's it going, Sean?
brother?
Hey, what's going on? Cool. So I know I got the notes. 180, willing to negotiate, would be a full rehab. And so what I didn't what I wanted to know, when you say full rehab, is it just everything on the inside, outside? Does there need to be some repairs as well as updates, or just updates? Like what kind of shape are we talking?
Renee, you want to go 1 second?
Yeah, but so literally when we say complete rehab, it basically needs to get gutted out. Everything structure is fine. But as far as the interior, it definitely needs to get gutted out and redone. I think based on our walkthroughs and just assessing everything, the salvageable parts would be the floors that we can, you can sand it down and finish and refinish that wood floor to give it that New Orleans classic look. Other than that, sheetrock has to get changed. Some of the wood framing, I would imagine you want to change that as well. Get out the bathroom, get out the kitchen. Complete gut job is what we're looking at. The structure is fine. Roof as well needs to get redone. HVAC and electrical as well. So complete gutted out. That's why we have that range around 100K. Just consulting with some GCs we work with, and a couple walkthroughs. That's kind of where we got that price point from. So yeah, that's a basic overall look at it.
Yeah, walk me through that. You said you have that range of wanting 100K because what you estimate that the renovation would be about how much?
So no, that's what we estimate the rehab and renovation costs would be around 100K.
Around 100K, yeah. Look, that's the first. No, I'm not gonna say the first honest number I've heard, but like typically, I've spoken to a lot of sellers over the years. Nobody ever estimates the repair number realistically. Typically they don't. Like it's like, oh yeah, you could do that. I just got off the phone with a guy that said he could do the whole house 30K. I'm like, bro, you cannot do. You can get some appliances for 30K. You are not gonna renovate this house for 30K. Exactly. So yeah, that's refreshing.
Now we're not. You know what I mean? You'll hear it direct from us, all transparency. That's really why we got it priced the way we do. Just to still try to stay competitive with how you can come out at the end basically. And just to kind of give you some margin in it. But we do know that rehab cost is going to cost you. So it's kind of how we factor in all the numbers.
Okay. Have you gotten some offers? Have you started to field any offers thus far?
We've gotten a few offers. Some people want to go in different directions. Some just want to have the land versus the structure itself. The few offers that we've actually gotten for the structure and the land has been around $75,000. So that's probably like the leading offer we have right now. But offers that we have for the land is a different ballpark just because they just want the land and that was the demo and stuff like that with the structure.
Got it. And so is the land a separate? Is it separate? Is it the lot to the left of us? I'm looking at it now. So is it the lot? You own the lot directly to the left of it if you're looking at it from Pritchard Street?
So that's not a part of this. It would be a part of this per se, this transaction. Just the actual like lot size that the house is on. So I think it's around
like 4,000 square feet is the lot size or somewhere around there. And so some people just want to, demo the entire structure and just keep the land itself. Others actually want to keep the structure and just remodel it, which is what we would prefer, you know what I mean? Because we know the structure got some value on it. So that's that structure and the land, like the entire property itself, leading off is around $75K for it.
Cool. Are you guys local?
Yeah, to New Orleans area, yeah.
Okay, cool. It's my first time actually looking at a property in Holly Grove, which is cool. Yeah, so I have a partner that's big in New Orleans market. We do purchase all over the Southeast. We've done a few deals in New Orleans. The one most recent, we're actually working on one right now, but I don't know if it's going to go through. I think her, the owner's mother, we're dealing with the daughter, but the mother is actually holding the deed, and she's fell ill. So we're still trying to work through that on Josephine Street currently. But we would love to maybe, get this one as a solid project. To kind of take its place, because as I see here, I think you guys are pricing it well. But just probably get into the final kind of fine tuning this number. So you said you have a solid offer for 75, because my gut, I was going to start around 70. And see what we can do, how we can make that work, how we can, get close to where you guys want to be while still making it make sense for me.
No, for sure. I mean, so right now, what do you think your offer's coming in at 70? You would say?
I mean, that's kind of that's my starting. That's where I want to start from.
Gotcha.
And not to over negotiate or draw anything out, but like, just based on what I'm seeing, and again, if you had like some photos of the interior, like I wouldn't have to kind of start lower, but how it is, like you start a project, you start, you uncover stuff, stuff that you didn't know was gonna, pop up. It's gonna be bigger, more of a cost. So we try to at least build in some cushion, right, by buying right up front in case some of those issues do occur. If you're able to give me some photos of the interior either now or the next day or so, that would help me dial it in. But yeah, right now I'm like 70 is kind of upper end of where I wanted to be.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and you sound like someone we actually do want to work with, honestly, overall. We got that offer in around 75. Do you think there's a chance you could try to get a little bit closer to that? And we can get some more. Maybe we can get some pictures over to you, just kind of show you what we've recorded and some interior shots. Could that kind of try to help you get closer to that mark?
Yeah, that would definitely help. Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. Let me actually check in with my teammates right here. Give me 2 seconds. All right. Kurt, what you think, man? We struck out a few times in New Orleans by being a little too high, but they are starting off asking 80. The last few, we got like right around 100, a little over 100, and couldn't move it. This is a 3-2, 2,000 square feet, but needs a full renovation. It's in Holly Grove. Like,
Isn't that where Lil Wayne from?
Cash money, Holly Grove, yeah.
The only thing I think it scared me, and he was saying it take $100K to rehab the house.
I know, right?
That's what it really worth. That
too, because I'm seeing like 230s, 240s, 250s. We get it at 75, sell it for 90. They put 100 into it, all in at 190. Is there enough room for a buyer on the back end?
I got a house right now.
I really probably should have started at 60.
I was just
He said he got an offer at 75. I don't want to lock nothing up too high that we can't move, man.
I just literally in Arkansas, burnout, 100K rehab. I put it on contract for 50, sold it for 60, it's worth 230.
60. Yeah. That'd have been perfect. Hey, 2 seconds, here I come.
Yeah.
Louisiana just sold. They street to street.
Okay, let me shoot you his address if you can.
What you sending in there?
Let's see if I got you on text.
Yeah.
Tell me what you think. I'm gonna go back in.
All right.
Hey, okay. It's funny. As my partner, he was telling me that his gut had this at like 60. And that's, but we're moving in the wrong direction there. So I want to make sure that we can get something to you guys that makes sense. Get this thing closed out. Tell me again, you said you did the roof somewhat recently?
No, so the roof would have to be changed as well. So I can give you some content. Is so basically what we thought originally was repair cost was closer around like the 80K mark, 75 to 80K mark. But after kind of inspecting it with our GCs and really looking at the roof, is kind of why we bumped it up to like the 100 grand. The interior, the good thing about it that's going to help the rehab is the bathroom isn't large and the kitchen, isn't a large space as well. And as you know, rehabs, that's like majority of the money is bathrooms and kitchens. Right. So with them not being super large, it kind of, scaled down the total cost. But with the roof needing to be redone, that's how we kind of got back to that 100K mark. So you would need a new roof, being transparent. You know what I mean? That is obviously the one you have now, you can't go without it. It actually hasn't been changed since maybe before Katrina, in 2005. So all the roof has to get changed as well with the complete rehab.
Okay. 2 seconds.
All right, so I'm just looking at what's on the market. They got one on Apricot right now. It's a 1,500 square foot house, like no rehab. It look pretty nasty, and they got it on the market for 175. It's been up there for 136 days, bro. It's another one that's out here for 295, a few streets over. That's on. It looks like Belfast. Another move-in ready one. I mean, they got this one on the market for 139. It's been on there for 217 days. It needs to be rehabbed. So I think what the problem is that on the other side of the highway, when you get close to that Lil Wayne mural, that's pretty cool. Those houses are on the market for like 290, 250, 270, 230. But everything on this side of the highway, it's going to be tough.
So we really needed to be around 60.
Yep. Hey,
so let me ask you this, and I don't think I got this from you earlier. Was this is a project that you guys were originally thinking about doing a full renovation and relist? You gonna fix that?
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. That was the original plan. We kind of went in wanting to do the rehab ourselves and kind of basically just do the renovations and everything and kind of relist it. But the rehab is a little bit, full transparency, a little bit too much for us at the moment.
Bro, let me know if you got to jump. I'll mute.
Point,
and
we just try to find the right person,
if you want to wrap,
somebody, and let them come forward with that vision. But we wanted to work. You know what I mean? We're not trying to put anybody in a tough spot. We knew the 100K mark or somewhere around there for rehab was just too much for us to deal with. But we still know the potential of the property. You know what I mean? And we know with the right investor, they can still come out in the green.
Yeah. Well, what were you thinking it would sell for after ARV?
really, we had some options because at first we were looking at doing. Right now, it's structured as a 2-1 on each side, but the living room gave us enough space to turn it to a 3-1. So assuming we went with that floor plan and kind of do a 3-1, we knew we can kind of get rental price for almost around $2K per unit. You know what I mean? If we were doing a long-term hold, but comps for like a 3-1 could kind of get us close to like that 240, 250 range. And at the low end, we saw some going around 230, 225. So we know we still had some green in there, which is the upfront rehab cost kind of would have put us in the bind.
235, 240. You mean as being resold for 230, 240?
Exactly.
Yeah. That's kind of where that number is. It makes it tight because, you know, if it is, let's say if it's even 80. Well, I guess that could make sense. 180. That's like a 50K. You know, if everything goes well. Yeah, this is kind of what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a little tight to make that work. I think for us, at like 75, 80, like 70 was really gonna be the top end, and I'm you know, nervous about that number, honestly. But some pictures will help me feel a little better about it. If you guys wanted to move forward at 70, I'd feel comfortable moving forward at that right now. You know, with a short due diligence period, we don't want to, you know, jerk you guys around. I try to get in there in the next few days, this week even, and then say, hey, like, let's move forward to a closing or not.
Yeah. So would you say your top is 70, you would say, if anything?
What was that question again?
Would you say if your top, the best offer you could do is 70?
Yeah. Especially without any photos.
Gotcha. No, for sure. Let me chat with Taylor about it. We can kind of see. Like I said, we had that 75 pending. Let me ask you, what would be your timeline as far as you get going on everything?
I mean, you know, we typically send them out with 30 days to close, but you know, we've closed as quickly as, you know, 2 weeks. Just is enough time for us to get in and get you know, some early due diligence for the first few days. If we can get that done in the first week, you know, as soon as title is done, we'll be able to close there.
Gotcha. You said about it. I think the timeline, I think that's the one we have right now. The timeline is a little bit different on it. But I can speak with him, you know, privately and kind of see what he's thinking. And maybe we can try to get some pictures over you.
Okay.
And see if we can make something work. Taylor, what do you think? Yeah, that's a plan. I can get some pictures over to you. And so you say, are you guys cash offers? Like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah. We'll do the whole cash offer situation, but we actually do rehabs. We actually do have rentals with, you know, Southeast. We're not currently holding anything in New Orleans, so we're probably looking at it for a flip. But you know, right situation, we're not afraid of a long distance buy and hold, you know, so we can look at it both different ways. But yeah, it would be a cash offer. We'd take care of the closing costs, etc.
Okay, yeah, let's reconvene. Is this a number, this 5567 number? Is that a good number to send pictures over to, or
yeah,
you guys back?
Yeah, this is fine. This is an office. Okay. This is an office line, but it will receive photos, and I'll be alerted when you do that. When you do reach out, and so, you know, if anything, I may call you back from my cell phone just in case, you know, just so you have it. But yes, okay, cool. Send the photos here. I'll see it. I'll be alerted, and then we can go from there.
All right, you said your name was Brandon?
Brandon, yeah, Brandon Barnes.
Brandon.
Yeah, man, I think you spoke with Shannon prior. Okay. Yeah, and it's Chandler and John.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, awesome. Okay. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's stay in touch and see if we can put something together. I'd love to work with you guys and get this wrapped up for you.
You got it. All right, cool. Sounds good, right?
Okay. All right. Good deal. All right. Thank you. Sorry, that took a little longer than I was supposed to.
No.
But you know what I mean. We've had like, anytime you go nationwide, anytime you go outside your home market, like you gotta, learn over time, like pricing is everything, because it's even tougher to sell in a market that you're not in. You don't know these markets. You're getting used to some of this. So having them under contract at the right price, at a no-brainer price, is the key to success. And so after a while, we start to dial in our offers, not be as lenient, like be a little bit more conservative, and tighten the screws a little bit. And so that's what I'm gonna do with these guys. I'm not gonna put it at a price that's not gonna work out just for us to cancel it, in a few weeks. That's just a waste of everybody's time.
Yeah.
But man, good call. I know you got the one. I feel like I got a few others that we're gonna keep pushing, try to get them under contract. You know what I mean? We should be in good shape. Let folks know how they can reach out to you, follow you on social, all that good stuff.
Okay. Man, if you don't know who I am, you'll know in a few years. That's all I got to say. Brandon, it's been a pleasure to share the stage with you, bro. I appreciate it. And as you would say, send more offers.
Do more deals. Look, I appreciate you as well, Kurt. I appreciate everybody for showing up. We're just here to help you. If y'all need anything, you can hit me on a DM, PM, whatever. We'll holler at y'all, and we'll be back here on Thursday, 5 p.m. around 5 p.m. Eastern. So can't wait till next time. Give me a shout if you guys need anything. I'm here to help. Kurt's here to help. Anything we can do to help you guys get some deals done, we're here for it.
For sure.
All right, y'all. Till next time.
Peace.
Peace.